This is Nick. This is our Pure Sharp, aka Swizurk. He's from California, one of the best shooting guards in the league. And today we're just going to talk a little bit about shooting. He's got 3 major tips for you. We're going to walk you through them and then shoot a little bit too here in Blacktop. Sound good, Nick?
Sounds good.
Let's do it. Okay, so Swizz, you're a shooting guard. Throw me the first tip. What's important for shooting guards to know in the league?
So the first tip for me would be about your jump shots.
Like that?
Yeah, totally. Very late smothered. That's a great shot. So when you basically start with my player and start playing 2K, you will choose a base.
Okay.
Normally, it could be whether it's a professional NBA player's jumper or a jumper that's made in the game.
Okay.
They're called bases. And I highly recommend for my player as a pure sharp, what I am is a quick jumper.
Okay.
Because it's easier to get your shot off. It's less likely to get contested in a game. And for me, I recommend using base 8.
Okay.
That's the jumper I like to use. The others are probably like base 9, base 11 that are good.
Rookie. We're on rookie Swizz.
Yeah, rookie.
We're on rookie Swizz.
So it makes me look good.
Okay, so picking your jump shot is crucial. And like you said, there are hundreds of jump shots in the game, right?
There's probably probably about 200.
200 jump shots in the game, and the base, as we're talking about, is more about the timing of the jump shot, right?
Correct.
So you can choose a longer jump shot, or if you like a shorter jump shot, that's the base. And then what about the release? I know a lot of people ask, what's the difference between a release and a base?
Yeah, so the difference between a release and a base is the release is just a visual point in the game. It doesn't affect your jump shot at all. It's basically whatever you like to make it look cool. And
Whoops.
yeah, so it's only the base that affects your jump shot in NBA 2K.
Awesome. Good. Okay, now what's tip number 2?
All right, tip number 2 would be your game style. So you don't always want to look to just shoot jump shots all game. If you get the ball, sometimes drive in, do a walk back, which is very effective in 2K. And then off the walk back, they come up on you, then drive past them again, and maybe look for a midi or maybe even go up for a layup. But the thing about layups with pure sharps is they're kind of sketchy. So when bigs come down and help, make sure you're wide open, and if not, look for that kick out to the big man for a midi, which will be open quite often when you're driving.
Okay.
There's a green. All right, so height is a big deal with pure sharps also in 2K.
Yeah, explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so if I'm a 6'10 pure sharp and I'm facing a 6'5 pure sharp, if I get the ball and they're kind of close to me, you could shoot basically in their face and you could still green it and it'll go in. Especially in 2K17 or 2K. I should say 2K17. 2K18. Yeah.
Okay.
So taller sharps are very effective in 2K18 compared to smaller sharps.
Gotcha. And circling back, you talked a little bit about switching up your play style.
Yeah.
And like real basketball, we talk a lot about real basketball here, as you know. You really have to keep the defense honest, and that means driving sometimes, walkbacks like that, like Swizz said.
Yeah.
All of those things, they matter in real life and they matter in 2K too. So really change up your play style as a shooter. You don't just have to be a cone.
Correct.
Sitting on the hash or in the corner.
Or have your bigs that use screens. Like our team personally, we use down screens quite often, and we even have set plays for our pure sharps. So that's really effective also to have for you because it's not the easiest thing getting open as a pure sharp in NBA 2K. So.
Definitely. Okay, let's talk about tip number 3.
Number 3 is about badges for a pure sharp. So for example, limitless range. You could sit in NBA 2K. You could sit basically at pretty deep, especially if you have Hall of Fame. I'd say the hash is right around here. You could literally sit right here and be able to shoot the ball and it'll go in. My guy's not a pure sharp in this game, so I probably won't make that.
So Hall of Fame's about 4 steps back?
Yeah, I'd say about the 4 or 5. Even if you're right here in the middle, I'd say about right here you can make it with Hall of Fame.
Okay. And then where would gold be?
Gold, I'd say it'd be probably a step or 2 in there, probably right there.
Okay, and then silver about here.
Maybe another step.
A little closer.
Yeah, right there.
Right there, and then bronze. It's just
you're basically on the line with bronze. I don't think bronze is too effective.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's limitless range, and in the league build, what do you have? Which
So
badge?
on the league build, my badge is gold. So I can't stand as deep as the Hall of Fame, but you can still stand pretty deep and be able to green at a pretty high rate.
Okay.
So which is very good.
And then another really important shooting badge, especially for our team because we do run so many off-ball screens, is catch and shoot.
Definitely catch and shoot. So with catch and shoot, it'll raise your percentages of the shot going in, and I'm pretty sure it affects the green percent too.
Yep.
Definitely. And yeah, so when you dribble, it'll most likely bring those percentages down because you won't activate the catch and shoot badge. So it's a less likely chance of the shot going in for you.
And catch and shoot is essentially a player passes to you, you catch it, and then
you shoot right away.
And so, like right now, I'm dribbling into a shot. Catch and shoot doesn't activate because I dribbled into it, right? All right. What are some other shooting badges players need to be aware of?
I would say difficult shots is another good one for Pure Sharp. In the league, we don't get this badge. They took it off, but for regular Pro-Am and like Park, whatever, doing drifter shots with difficult shots is very effective. It'll go in most of the time. Like you could green them and all that. So I'm pretty sure it goes. Okay, I'm not sure what happened.
We're good. Let's keep talking.
But yeah, so like I'm pretty sure you get it silver as a Pure Sharp. So any drifter, if you're open, most likely they'll go in. I'll even give you guys one I recommend is normal 21. Normal 13. Normal 13 is the one I recommend for. What do they call it in 2K? I forgot. Dribble pull up. Yeah, dribble pull up.
13.
Normal 13 is what I recommend.
Dribble pull up, normal 13. You heard it here first.
That's the one I recommend.
And then what about? I think there was one more badge we talked about. Was there something? Was it Deadeye? What is Deadeye?
Deadeye. That's even more effective with taller players because it helps you even shoot in their face even more. Especially if you get a Hall of Fame as a Pure Sharp. You just get that thing and just pull. Like if you want to be a 7-3 stretch in Pro-Am or Park, you're greening mostly all your shots if you get your release right.
Gotcha.
Especially with Deadeye.
Awesome. Okay, so let's run back through them. What was tip number 1?
Jump shots.
Jump shots.
Knowing your base, practicing your jump shot. I'd recommend a quick one for a Pure Sharp. Helps you get your shot off quicker and all that good stuff.
Perfect. Tip number 2?
Changing up your game style. Make sure you drive sometimes. Look for a midi, walk back. Don't always just look for threes. Look to set up your teammates because people will help when you drive and your height.
Yep.
If you have a tall player, you can shoot in their face. I promise you.
Perfect. And what about the last one we just
knowing
talked
your
about?
badges, like your limitless, knowing what your guy can do with your badges. Because as a Pure Sharp, you're the best shooter on the floor, so you want to know what you can do with those badges.
Perfect. All right. Well, shout out to Swizurk for coming on stream this afternoon. Those are your 3 shooting tips. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a comment below and let us know. And if you have any other suggestions on future videos, drop them down there. Thanks, guys.